Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its mission? To explore strange new worlds, to discover new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Demon World.
Though the Enterprise's primary mission is peaceful exploration,
Captain Patterson reports the Republic is in position and ready to...
The Republic is arming weapons
Captain Patterson replies that he's a little busy right now for socializing. We are ordered to the Harlequin star system, sir.
I don't know how long she can take it, Captain.
May I suggest we arm our weapons and raise shields now in case of trouble, Captain?
Harlequin, a Federation star system with 2 Class M worlds, both inhabited. Harlequin 3, Vardane, is an Earth colony that has been involved in controversy on more than one occasion. Harlequin 5, Aloysia, is a non-Federation world heavily influenced by Alasi pirates. Vardane, the name for the 3rd planet in the Harlequin system. Vardane is a reclusive member of the Federation, formed by isolationist humans in the late 22nd century. Vardane is a technocratic society which has received Federation assistance on numerous occasions, but has not shared its own scientific advances. Allegedly sponsoring banned eugenics experiments, the inquiry of Stardate 4650.6 was indefinitely postponed at request of the Vardane government. Recent alleged rights violations of Turkin 3 immigrants has prompted further Federation investigations. Elasi Prime, a binary star system which one inhabited planet, Menalvagor, is currently undergoing a revolution between factions which survive from raiding Federation ships and factions that wish to make peace with the Federation. Several continents were colonized centuries ago by the Andorian. The self-determination of the Menalvagorians and the treatment of minority Andorians is an issue of considerable controversy. The Alasi clan is the largest clan of pirates and have been blamed for 46 attacks on Federation ships in the last 3 years. They use revolutionary zeal to mask their activities as pirates. Starfleet tactical analysis characterized them as being daring and impulsive, but skilled in analysis and planning. In effect, they are very capable of acting in an unorthodox and surprising manner when their plans begin to fall apart. They are considered a Class 1 threat to the Federation.
May I respectfully remind the captain that we haven't accomplished our mission, sir. Raising shields.
Arming weapons.
We have arrived at Harlequin. 2 Elassie ships approaching fast, Captain. I'm also picking up an ion trail from a small ship, probably a scout. It left the sector just as we arrived. It appears likely that we interrupted the pirate attack on the scout.
Message from the Elassie captain, sir.
We'll show you what happens to those who come between us and our prey. Prepare to die! Aye, sir. Aye, sir. Our weapons are offline.
The Enterprise has been destroyed. Load a previously saved game.
Arming weapons.
Raising shields.
Harlequin, a Federation. Vardane, the name for the 3rd planet in the Harlequin system. Vardane is a reclusive member of the Federation, formed by isolationist humans in the late 22nd century. Vardane is a Elassie Prime, a binary star system which one Manalvagor, the only inhabited planet of the Alasi Prime system. It was colonized by the Andorians before their entry to the Federation, and their relations with
Save new game. Replace previous game.
We have arrived at Hurricane. Two Elasi ships approaching.
Message from the Elasi captain.
We'll show you what happens. Aye, sir. Engines repaired, Captain. Aye, sir. Aye, sir. Offline? Shields are falling! Our weapons are offline! Aye, sir. Phasers repaired, Captain. Aye, sir.
Our weapons are offline.
The Enterprise has been destroyed. Loader previously...
We have arrived at Hurricane. Two Elassie ships approaching.
Message from the Elassie Captain.
We'll show you what happens to those...
Save new game.
Aye, sir.
Sensors repaired, Captain.
Aye, sir. Aye, sir.
The Enterprise has been loaded previous...
Aye, sir.
Sensors repaired, Captain. Aye, sir. Engines repaired, Captain. Aye, sir. Aye, sir. Our weapons are offline. Aye, sir. The shields are falling. Our weapons are offline. Phasers repaired, Captain. Aye, sir.
The Enterprise has load a previously saved.
Aye, sir. Aye, sir.
The Enterprise has been load of previous.
Aye, sir. Bridge repaired, Captain. Aye, sir. Engines repaired, Captain. Aye, sir. Aye, sir.
The ion trail of the scout ship leads to the Harappan system, Captain.
Picking up a subspace signal, sir. It's very weak.
Patch it through, Lieutenant.
Enterprise? Is that you, Kirk? Friend Kirk, I can't believe they sent you to rescue me.
That sounds like... No, please, say it isn't.
I have a visual signal now, sir.
You come to help me, Kirk. You've got to help me. I have had a terrible misunderstanding with the Alasi traders. Traders! They're out to kill me, Kirk.
Fancy that.
Now see here, Kirk. I sold my Mud's miracle digrammas in perfectly good faith. A little sideline work, you understand. Now they won't leave me alone. No. They're tracking me again. I can't send coordinates. You have to come protect me. I'm a registered ship with the Federation. Mud out.
I'm afraid his ship is registered, Captain, and regulations require we respond to his distress signal.
Harcourt Fenton, Harry Mudd, is one of the most infamous criminals at large in the Federation. A notorious con artist and troublemaker, Mudd has been imprisoned numerous times for petty crimes. While Mudd is not considered physically dangerous, he is quite devious and often uses dangerous means to ensure the success of his schemes. Starfleet captains who encounter Harry Mudd should be extremely wary. Harappa, a star system whose fourth planet is the inhabited Class M world Chameleon. Chameleon has long been dominated by Alasi pirates, but lately has been struggling to break free of their influence.
Save new game. Cancel. Save, replace previous.
The Harappan system is binary, with a neutron pulsar in the vicinity causing difficulties with our sensor readings. I was able to trace Mudd's transmission to this derelict.
So, our friend Harry is on board, no doubt. Can you tell me anything about the derelict vessel?
There are 6 major subdivisions within the hull. All systems are down. There is, however, limited atmospheric integrity. The environment appears to be the result of a temporary save-a-ship life support generator. Not exactly a reliable model, Captain.
We're being hailed by Mr. Mudd, sir.
Captain, you came. I'm touched.
Harry, I have to be touched in the head to have anything to do with you. How's your lovely wife, Stella?
That was a dirty trick, Kirk. However, you'll be glad to know I let bygones be bygones. If the Enterprise will stand by, fend off any pirates, I'll just finish my salvage operations here and be out of your hair.
Computer records document that you filed notice that there was no salvageable value here, and that the ship was a common passenger tug.
Did I say no value? Minimal, Captain, minimal. I meant nothing but promising when I filed the report. We both know my judgment isn't always perfect.
I would say your judgment is never perfect, Harry. Perhaps we should beam over and judge the situation for ourselves.
Ah, that isn't necessary, Kirk. I can handle...
Harry, relax. We're old friends. We'll understand if things aren't picked up and looking neat. Kirk out.
I would very much like to see this alien ship, but the prospect of dealing with Harcourt Fenton Mudd again gives me pause.
Our orders are to render whatever assistance we can, sir.
Save new game. Replace...
Lawrence Shields, Captain.
Aye, sir.
Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott, you have the con.
Welcome, Captain Kirk. So glad you're here. The Elazi have been terrible trouble to me.
Well, you're terrible trouble to me, Harry. Tell me what this is all about.
I happened upon this ship not long ago and dutifully registered as salvage, mind you. In the hold here, I discovered one of these devices in that box over there. When I tried one on a wall, it floated off the grease and dirt. Perfect for cleaning, near as I could see. I peddled a few of these Mudd's Miracle Degrimers, and everything was going perfectly well.
Then something went wrong, right?
Actually, no, Doctor, not then. I'd started offering a few other little items I found. Mudd's Limited Coffee Substitute, a great little specialty item. Lenses to affirm packaging build-your-own telescope kits. The collection of novelty paints, things like that. All of a sudden, the Elazi pirates are asking for me in every quadrant, wanting to know where I'm getting my goods.
I see, Harry. Well, we'll look around here while the Enterprise remains close by.
Look around all you like, Captain, but I'll be keeping an eye on you. I've registered this derelict as my salvage, and I don't want you running off with all my prizes.
Harry, as official representatives of the Federation and of Starfleet, we recognize your rights to legitimate salvage. Need I say more?
I understand perfectly, Captain. Carry on, Captain.
There are shiny, multi-sided spherical objects in this box. Odd-looking contraptions small enough to hold in one hand. Harcourt Fenton Mudd. Of course he's going to be honest and fair with you.
Kirk, my friend! When have I ever given you the slightest bit of trouble?
There was the time that you tried to commandeer the Enterprise to sell wives to miners. And then there was the time you stole the Enterprise to exchange us for androids who were holding you prisoner.
Perhaps there have been a few minor misunderstandings.
Don't push your luck, Harry.
So, you say you know how to break the gambling machines on Kurlon 4?
It's a system that cost a gambler his life, boy. He crawled up to me and whispered it with his dying breath. And it can be yours for a mere 200 credits.
Sorry, Mr. Mudd. My mother didn't raise any fools in her family.
Starfleet! You're all the same. No sense of adventure!
Given the past record of Harry Mudd, Captain, I strongly recommend that you do not trust him.
Mr. Spock! Whatever gave you that impression? I thought Vulcans were supposed to be logical.
I am. Your record is that of a greedy, amoral, sociopathic fraud who preys upon human emotion, most notably gullibility.
For once, Spock, I couldn't have said it better myself.
Why, I've never been so insulted in all my life.
Jim, you can't seriously be thinking of helping Mudd after all he's done.
Bones, Federation law is clear on this. Federation law protects everyone, even Harry Mudd.
Yeah, and we all know how devoted I am to Federation law.
About as much as the Klingons are devoted to pacifism.
You get no response.
These are computer memory transfer media, probably designed for use with the alien computer system.
A small energy device with a flanged opening at the front, about the size of one's thumbnail.
Nothing to report, Captain.
This storage bay is stockpiled with all manner of goods.
Nothing to report, Captain.
This container holds small mechanical components unfamiliar to you. You fail to obtain anything.
Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report.
A small energy device with a flanged opening at the front, about the size of one's thumbnail. Done. Done. You fail to obtain anything. You fail to obtain anything. This container holds small mechanical components unfamiliar to you.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there.
Done. These lenses, about the size of one's thumbnail, magnify like fine optical glass. One of Mudd's miracle degrimers. Shiny dodecagons as long as one's hand, highly reflective, shimmering with the prismatic rainbow look of oil on water. Save new game. Replace previous game. These two things fit together like they were made for each other. Mudd's Miracle Degrimer with lenses attached. Save new game. Replace previous.
Well, now I think we know why the Alassi pirates were so interested in finding out where Mudd was getting these.
This lens, about the size of one's thumbnail, magnifies like a fine optical glass. Tall, transparent columns run through the ceiling. Energy crackles in between the dodecahedrons inside them. McCoy glances back and forth, looking for a sign of Harry Mudd. Spock continues to examine the equipment with a scientist's eye. Lieutenant Buchert watches and says nothing. He's the strong, silent type. A Save a Ship emergency life support generator, generally used for temporary life support during evacuation of small damaged ships.
Evidently, Mr. Mudd was unwilling to pay the price for a reliable salvage model.
A salvage lock hatch, a common type used to link a derelict to the ship doing the salvaging.
It appears that Harry Mudd managed to emplace this access hatch without significantly damaging the alien ship.
Will wonders never cease?
Unlike humans, I do not decrease my efficiency with meaningless dialogue.
Spock, meaningless conversation is one of life's great pleasures. Well, Jim, as long as we don't strangle Harry Mudd, I can't see very much for me to do on this mission.
Let's hope there isn't too much for you to do back at the Enterprise.
When we get back to the Enterprise, you're gonna have to tell me everything you know about this Mudd guy. That's...
You know, Lieutenant, they say if you can't say anything good about a person, you shouldn't say anything at all. In that case, I've got a lot I shouldn't say about Harry Mudd.
This Save-A-Ship life support generator has seen a great deal of use. It was never a reliable model, being prone to break down without warning. It is, however, properly connected with warning alarms for temperature, atmosphere, and radiation. An unusual matter-antimatter engine, reminiscent of the designs created by the Hoopoe of Segamus 4. An unusual matter-antimatter engine. As one would expect, Mr. Mudd has sealed the hatch with his personal code. We cannot enter his ship, Captain.
I suspect that's a blessing in disguise, Mr. Spock.
This seems to be a crane of some sort, Captain. Currently, no power is running to it.
Save new game. Replace... You fail to obtain any...
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there. There is nothing at the moment for me to do there.
This Saber ship, what?
I certainly see nothing there calling for a ship's doctor. I certainly see nothing there calling...
Kirk, my friend! When have I...
There was the time...
Perhaps the...
Don't push your luck, Harry.
A most interesting technology, Captain.
If the Alassie gets hold of this, they'll make Mudd seem like a perfect caretaker by comparison.
I wonder where that Mudd has gone. I wouldn't let him out of my sight. Mind you, I'm not too crazy about having him in my sight, either.
It looks to me like these people knew how to defend themselves, Captain.
That machinery in the middle of the room, however, is like nothing I recognize, and I thought I had seen just about everything.
It looks to me like these people...
That machinery...
I wonder where that Mudd has gone.
An elaborate piece of alien-looking machinery. You look but see nothing of note. These cylinders have fallen down from the rest. A red triangular button. A row of unmarked cylindrical containers.
Unique, Captain. I believe these are self-referencing packed quantum cartridges.
Power boosters! Oh, I've read about those, but they're just theoretical.
Evidently, these are more than theoretical, Lieutenant Bugert. The energy initially released is infinitesimally small, but boosts itself until the power finally released is comparable to our photon torpedoes.
The technical journals discussing the possibilities indicated it would create a weapon of greater range than those we have now, if not a greater punch.
The machinery to deliver these cartridges would be an engineering feat as well, Captain. A weapons delivery system. It appears to be an accessory tied directly to the alien equivalent of our ship's phasers and photon torpedoes. Unique, Captain. I believe these are self-referencing packed quantum cartridges.
Power boost!
Evidently, the
technical journal...
The machinery... It seems to be part of the loading system for the weapon. It is also fully functional. The control panel has power running to it, Captain. The control panel has power running to it, Captain.
Save new game. Replace...
The device has finished loading, Captain.
Three triangular blue buttons. 2 yellow triangular buttons. A red triangular button.
The device has been unloaded, Captain. The device has finished loading, Captain. I believe, Captain, that this weapon must be hooked up through the main weapons battery. However, I've already examined the weapons console, and the main weapons battery on this ship was completely destroyed in the action, which made her a derelict. Mr. Scott would have to go over this thoroughly, but I would recommend we try to take this weapon with us to the Enterprise.
I don't think we should tinker with technology we don't understand, Spock, and I'm surprised you'd suggest such a thing. I agree that we should take it aboard the Enterprise. I'll try to raise the ship. Kirk to Enterprise. Kirk to Enterprise. I don't think we should tinker. I agree that we should take it aboard the Enterprise. I'll try to raise the ship. Kirk to Enterprise. Kirk to Enterprise.
A most interesting technology, Captain.
If the Alassie gets hold of this,
padded inclines resembling a bed. This seems to be the main monitoring station for the beds. Above it is some sort of dispensary. Small containers of oddly colored liquids. You look but see nothing of note. You look but see nothing of note. You look but see nothing of note.
It would be interesting to analyze them back aboard the Enterprise, but these are probably vaccines, medicines, and research viruses.
do they pose any threat to us, Doctor?
None seems likely to have any effect on human or Vulcan physiology. To be on the safe side, though, I wouldn't recommend taking a snootful from one of the capsules. I certainly see nothing there calling for a ship's doctor. I certainly see nothing there calling for a ship's doctor.
Save new game. Replace
We won't be able to operate any of this equipment unless we can learn more about the aliens, Jim.
You fail to obtain anything.
Jim, these look like the capsules we might use in a hypo. I wouldn't recommend experimenting with them, though. Alien physiology or not, you can never be sure what unusual chemicals will do to the human body.
I fail to see the logic in that action, Captain. I fail to see the logic in...
We won't be able to operate any of this equipment unless...
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there.
This is no time for a nap.
You see a plain gray screen. A control console from which operators run the ship. You see a plain gray screen. A control console from which operators run the ship. A control console from which... You look but see nothing. This appears to be some sort of engineering instrument. A multipurpose repair tool. One Starfleet issue science tricorder.
Evidently the aliens' bridge, their centralized control. A closer look may provide more information. Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain. It appears to be a view screen, much like the one on board the Enterprise. This is clearly the control center for the ship, Captain. I cannot deduce much information, but I do observe two things.
Go on, Mr. Spock.
This station definitely is configured differently from the one beside me.
This shouldn't be surprising. After all, there are two stations.
That may be, Doctor. But if you'll recall, all the Enterprise's different stations link into the same computer network bank, and...
What else can you determine at this stage, Mr. Spock?
These people have a fixation for the number 6, and even divisors and multiplicans thereof. 3s and 12s in particular. I believe this may be the necessary first clue to understanding the aliens. This station definitely is configured differently from the one beside me. Nothing to report, Captain. Evidently the aliens' bridge, their centralized control. A closer look may provide more information.
The sphere in the middle of this console appears to be some sort of control mechanism.
The data view screen is operational. The information selectors are controlled from the console platform.
You look but see nothing of note.
The data view screen is operational. The information selectors are controlled from the console platform. This platform contains the control console for the ship's computer library. Data may be accessed by using this console. This seems to activate the ship's computer bank control node. Given the aliens' predilection for multiples of 3, it may be possible to use our tricorders to decipher the information carried in these data banks.
That would be quite a find, Jim. This is an alien race unknown to us, and they are certain to have knowledge new to us.
Were the Universal Translator available, this would be simple.
With the Enterprise out of range, that's not an option, Mr. Spock. What else can you do?
I believe if Dr. McCoy and I conjoin our 2 tricorders, we may be able to process enough sample data to get a basic understanding of the aliens' computer system. This will completely tie up both our tricorders for an extended amount of time, however. Both our tricorders are now working on basic processing of the aliens' computer data system. The tricorders are not the equal of the Universal Translator, but we should be able to retrieve basic information and get an insight into their culture and life systems. I don't believe we could have gotten even this far had we not deduced their fixation on base 6 mathematics and aesthetics. The tricorders are again available for general use. The alien ship's computer data is now accessible from the ship's library. I believe I have downloaded enough information to our tricorders to enable operation of most of the ship's controls, Captain.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
This is a major archaeological find, Captain. I believe the galaxy may actually have cause to thank Harry Mudd.
You can't be serious, Spock.
It would be nice to think that after all the stunts that Harry has pulled, that he would do something right for a change.
This equipment's way out of my league, Jim.
Captain, does this mean that I'm a part of a major archaeological discovery?
You better believe it, Lieutenant.
I don't see why you're complaining about this Mudd guy. Who knows what advances we could get from all this knowledge?
The sphere in the middle of this console appears to be some sort of control mechanism.
Not all topics will necessarily be available, Captain. Nor do I believe we can get full details on all data. The tricorders could only do so much processing. It would be worth our effort to locate the central databanks for delivery to the Kornephoros Life Sciences University, I believe.
To say nothing of fulfilling our mandate to seek out new life and new civilizations.
I'm receiving data now, Captain. Most internal and external functions are controlled from the bridge. These include engineering, navigation, communications, and sensors. Weapons functions are controlled from the weapons room. I have found an entry on an experimental long-range weapon booster recently installed, named the Huayos weapon. It does not alter the power of the primary weapon systems, but it does increase the range at which those weapons are effective. I believe I can produce a picture of a member of their race, Captain.
By all means, Spock.
Look at their physiology, Jim. I think this explains the Lashaeans' fascination with 3s and 6s.
It should be no surprise that physiology affects mind and behavior. I would say a six-fingered, six-eyed people would naturally develop their sciences and arts around base 6 numerical systems, just as I observed on the bridge.
Medical knowledge is comprehensive and lifespan is extended considerably over archaic expectations with maintenance of quality of life. Interesting data here about the six-eyed vision processing in the brain. Their eyesight must have been excellent and almost 300 degrees around.
You look but see nothing of note. The sphere in the middle of this console appears to be some sort of control mechanism. You download major portions of the alien library onto the yellow spheroid.
Why, Captain!
Jim, that doesn't look good at all. Harry, let me take a look at you and check whether that had some deleterious effect.
No, you're all space aliens. You're little gray men from inside the hollow earth. You want to experiment on my body parts. Stay away from me!
Deleterious effects. I guess I don't even need my tricorder to know that.
You'll mind control me, kidnap my children, dissect my dog.
If we can get him on one of the beds and get it active, I think he can be cured. Otherwise, he's likely to become increasingly violent.
Stay away from me! No, you're going to sell me to space aliens! Use my brain as a weapon to destroy the human race! Then here I am, willing to help out in a good cause.
I think I liked him better when he was less delirious. Are you religious, Jim? Is Harry Mudd a divine punishment for anything we did wrong?
I can't think of anything we did that was that bad.
You look troubled, Captain.
Sorry if I was bothering you. I was just silently cursing the day I met Harry Mudd.
Captain, count your blessings. We haven't met any salt vampires or deranged computers, blood-draining clouds, cell-imploding sirens, Greek gods, or any of the other things that people keep telling me about in security.
There's not much I wouldn't do to not have to deal with Mudd.
Save new game. Replace previous. Nothing happens.
Nothing to report, Captain.
There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor.
All yours now, Dr. McCoy.
The volatile chemicals have evaporated over the time the derelict hung in space. I need to refill the capsule dispenser for the bed to activate and effect a cure on our friend Harry here. It would be interesting to analyze them back aboard the Enterprise, but these are probably vaccines, medicines, and research viruses.
Do they pose any threat to us, Doctor?
None seems like. There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor. There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor. The capsules slide into the machinery on the bed exactly as they're designed to. I'm telling the program, our physiology is not the same as the aliens' physiology. Don't want it to try to cure us of being human.
That would be too much to hope for, would it not, Doctor?
Particularly when we're talking about Harry Mudd. Okay, Harry, you should start to feel better in a few minutes. Just lie there quietly until you feel like moving.
Oh, give me something for this headache, Doc. A herd of Amari tree elephants landed behind my eyeballs and did a mating dance.
Are you religious, Jim?
I can't.
I think this is the secondary station. Thanks to the library computer data, limited though it is, these primary controls give me access to
Communications. View screen.
Done.
Communications. Scotty, report.
The Arasi pirates have been driven off, Captain. We have damage and injuries among the crew. We just arrived back here a few minutes ago, and we've been trying to raise you on the communicators.
The local star seems to be acting up. Will there be a problem with the transporter? I want you to beam up the landing party, and I also want you to lock onto and beam aboard an alien mechanism we came across.
We can do it, Captain, no problem. At least right now, but the situation is only going to get worse. Are you ready to beam over now?
No, we want to look around some more. We'll call you on this channel when we're ready.
I think this is the secondary station. I think this is the secondary station. This is the secondary station. With the limited understanding we now have of the library computer data, these controls can now be activated. Available are sensors, the Enterprise is in combat with a number of Ilasi pirate ships half a parsec toward the neutron star sector. I read debris identifiable with the pirates, but they continue to harass the Enterprise. Sensors. Navigation. The computer reports this ship is incapable of navigating anywhere at all without major repairs. We are definitely dead in space until the Enterprise returns, Captain. Sensors. Navigation. Engineering. The engine pods are damaged, but still generating power, Captain. Sensors. The Enterprise is in sensors. Navigate engine done. Thanks to the library computer data.
Communications. View screen. I guess the universe looks about like it did the last time we saw it. Communications. View screen. Communications. View screen.
Done.
Save new game. Replace
Thanks to the library
communications. New developments, Mr. Scott?
The neutron star is causing more and more problems, Captain. I would recommend beaming over at your earliest possible convenience.
Later, Mr. Scott. Very well, bring us home, Mr. Scott. No, I need to have a word with Harry Mudd before we go.
Captain Kirk, I was hoping to see you. I'm leaving soon and wanted to say thanks for the escort. Ta-ta! And I hope we never have to cross paths again, Captain.
Don't rush off, Harry. There's still a few things we need to discuss. You were selling high-technology weapons to terrorists and known criminals. Tell me why I shouldn't arrest you on the spot just on general principles.
Because I am going to turn over a selection of samples to the Corniforus Life Sciences University.
For free?
Of course. One of everything I've found here.
5 of each.
Captain! 2.
5. Remember, I could confiscate your entire stock as illegal goods. You might get it back through the courts in a few years.
You drive a hard bargain, Captain. It's a deal.
You have no idea what a great bargain it is, Mudd.
I understand. No problem. Adieu, Captain.
Bring us home, Mr. Scott.
We have read your report on the problems at Harapan and evaluate your performance at 100%. You and your crew received 4 commendation points. A perfect mission, Jim. You are a model for all Starfleet.
I've wired in that alien contraption to the torpedo system. It should boost the ship's firepower, Captain.
Thank you, Mr. Scott. I only wish you could wire Harry Mudd to a photon torpedo.
While you were away, Captain, I made some travel arrangements that I thought you would approve of.
Travel arrangements?
I think you'll be happy to know that I've arranged for Stella Mudd to meet her long-lost husband on Starbase 7, sir.
Approved, Lieutenant. Take us out of here, Mr. Saru.
Feathered Serpent.
Captain's log, stardate 5097.3. Starfleet reports major military activity in the Klingon sector near Krakoor, a planet on the edge of Klingon space. Intelligence indicates that the Klingons are mobilizing a large fleet to search for a renegade who is responsible for a disruption of unknown nature on that planet. Federation sensors have found a faint energy trail leading to the planet Zam-4 in the Digifal system. We've been ordered by Starfleet to track down the source of the energy and discover what happened on Krakoor before the Klingon fleet enters Federation space. If we are not successful, the Federation and the Klingon Empire may find themselves at war once again.
Save new game.
We're off course, Captain.
Instruments indicate that we have crossed the Klingon neutral zone. Klingon ship is arming its weapons systems and raising shields.
Damage control standing by, sir.
Message from the Klingon commander, sir.
On screen, Lieutenant.
Enterprise, you are in violation of Klingon space. Your ship is forfeit. Prepare to die. Why, Captain, I see you got this machine to work. I tried to get it up and running for the longest time.
Help yourself, Harry. Knowledge is for everyone. Get away from that this instant, Harry, or I'll shoot you where you stand. Help yourself, Harry. Get away from that this instant, Harry.
Whatever you say, Captain. Oops!
Mudd, do you know what you just did? That knowledge was priceless, and you've just destroyed it forever.
Kirk, look what you made me do! You and your clumsy Starfleet!
Mudd, don't you realize what you've done? That knowledge was irreplaceable. You just burned down the galactic equivalent of the Library of Alexandria. Millions of lives might have been saved by the knowledge that you destroyed.
Now see here, Dr. McCoy. Don't blame me if Kirk's bellowing causes me to be a teeny bit clumsy.
Teeny bit clumsy, Mudd? You're a disgrace to the entire human race.
How dare you, Kirk! I have half a mind to sue you for defamation of character.
Captain, I think Mr. Mudd looks like he's getting out of control.
Kirk! Get this muscle-bound clod away from me! I'm allergic to violence!
At ease, Lieutenant. He's not worth it.
Captain, it was not logical to allow Harry Mudd to get within 100 meters of this room.
Mudd, if I were to perform an autopsy on you right now, I might be able to find a cure for stupidity.
No, you aren't. I mean, Kirk!
Captain, I think I understand why you dislike this Mudd guy so much.
Why, Captain!
Help yourself, Harry. Knowledge is for everyone.
Why, Kirk, I didn't think you had it in you. Thank you. Captain, you wouldn't have seen my multi-purpose duver anywhere? I need to, fix something.
No, Harry, but I figure it's probably where you'll find your lost marbles. Yes, I've got it, but you can't have it. No, Harry, but I figure... Yes, I've got it, but
you really can be a headache, Captain. Maybe I can find a spare somewhere else. Good luck. I mean, goodbye.
There seems to be something wrong with the life support generator.
That was a close one. Too close. If I ever get my hands on that no good mud,
I would not suggest we take the time to seek him. This emergency could occur again. I would suggest we hasten our departure.
Was there a problem?
Mud, I ought to...
Sorry, no time to chat. I'm a busy man, you know.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there.
I believe, Captain, that this weapon must be hooked up through the main weapons battery. However, I've already examined the weapons console, and the main weapons Mr. Scott would have to...
I don't think we should tinker with technology. I agree that we should take it aboard the... I'll try to raise the ship. Kirk...
This platform contains the control console for the ship's computer library. Data may be accessed by using this console.
There is nothing at the moment from...
Thanks to the library
communications. New developments, Mr. Scott?
The neutron star...
Later, Mr. Scott. Very well, bring us home, Mr. Scott.
We have read your report on the problems at Harapan and evaluate your performance at 100%. You and your crew received 4 commendation points. A perfect mission, Jim. You are a model for all Starfleet.
I wired in that alien contraption to the torpedo system. It should boost the ship's firepower, Captain.
Thank you, Mr. Scott. I only wish you could wire Harry Mudd to a photon torpedo.
While you were away, Captain, I made some travel arrangements that I thought you would approve of.
Travel arrangements?
I think you'll be happy to know that I've arranged for...
Approved, Lieutenant.
Feathered Serpent.
Captain's log, stardate 5.
Yes, quit the game.